So here we shall discuss about our brain in terms of its capacity. Friends, as you all know, as with any other body organ, even our brain is made up of cells. What do we call for those cells? It's nothing but neurons. And how many neurons? 100 billion, which is nothing but 10,000 crore neurons. Right? Friends, if you just look back to the mobile that we are holding in our hand, it is having a storage capacity of 32 GB, 64 GB, 128, 256 and so on. Now just look back to the kind of the function the mobile is doing. My God, it's able to store so many apps, so many informations. We are able to watch the movies in that mobile itself. If that is the case with just 32 GB or 64 GB, though we don't get the complete memory, now think about our neuron capacity. Here when I said 10,000 crore neurons, here each neuron is holding a memory storage of 80 GB, and 80 GB is full and full. It's full and complete. There is no deduction of memory just because I want to store some app there, I want to store an operating system, nothing of that sort. Okay, so what you may ask, then what could be the total memory capacity, the total memory that we have in this grey matter of 1.4 kgs? It is nothing but 8 lakh crore GB. My God. We are not even dare to think of it. Even we can't even imagine how much it would be. Friends, with this memory storage capacity is just not this one. What happens is, now I'll give you one scenario where I'll ask you to think about your school. Now, if you just think about your school, you would have started some central place, something like your school compound or your school auditorium or the classroom, the football stadium, the basketball ground, so many. From there on, if you just observe, you yourself are connected to many other places, right? If you just thought of basketball ground, then we would have gone to the running race field, then we would have gone to our favorite teacher, then the friends, the quarrels, the jokes. We had so many things. Just in front of us, we can write a book now. How come where it is stored then? Look, our neurons are so complex. When you are storing one information, let us say above the school building, the other information will be stored in the other neuron, let's say above the school teachers. The other neuron will be storing above the basketball ground. So what happens is, when I just gave a little signal, impulse to my one neuron, that neuron itself connected to another neuron, then it connected to another neuron and so on. I never did any work. All I gave is just one small information. That's it. With that, our brain could pull in so much of information, though it is some ages back of incidents. How it is doing? It means that each neuron has the capacity to touch minimum 1,000 neurons. I said it is minimum. Depending on the way we are accessing, depending on the intensity we have stored, we can even go up to 10,000 and more. So I mean to say, when one neuron, let's say neuron A, is pulling the data from neuron B, it means it is able to pull the entire GB of 80 GB of data. So when it is pulling from 1,000 neurons, then it is just nothing but 80,000 and 8 lakh GB of neuron. So one neuron is able to hold up to that memory. Now what is missing in us? It is that how are we going to utilize that enormous field, that enormous memory capacity? How that could be possible? Before that, now I have to tell you about the storage capacity of our conscious brain and our subconscious brain. Conscious brain, your logical brain or the left brain, it is holding 10% of the storage capacity. I am meaning to say, when I said 8 lakh crore GB, it is able to hold 80,000 crore GB with the conscious brain. Now the remaining 72,000 crore GB, it is there on your subconscious brain. Now just think about which is the one which is more, which is the one which is so big than the conscious brain. It is a subconscious brain. Friends, that is one of the reasons even our childhood memories we are still able to recall. Ages back, it is just not with me and you. Even when we talk about when we speak to our elders, our forefathers, even they are able to recall their childhood memories, where they have stored. It is in our subconscious mind. Why is that the maths formulas we are not able to derive? Maybe we have just read them or we have understood them maybe a few years back. Why is that the newspaper article is not coming in front of us? Why is that whatever the textbook we studied is not there? Why are the students scared of exams? Why are they not confident to get back the information what they have stored? It's because they just stored in the conscious brain and not using the five senses which is supposed to be stored in the subconscious brain. Then, when we think they have stored in the conscious brain, in what way they have stored? It is just they have listened to the auditory sounds, they are making the auditory sounds, they are making read, write kind of exercise and storing it. Then, fine, if that's the case, there should be some movement of data from conscious brain to subconscious brain, because whatever we are sensing it consciously. When I say it's cold, oh my god, it's a conscious brain which is telling me that yes, it is cold. When I say these many incidents happened on this day, this is my birthday, this is how I celebrated, where I have stored, of course, to the subconscious mind, but sensing is through the conscious mind. So there happens a data transfer between the conscious brain to the subconscious brain. Which kind of the data is more dominant there and what kind of the data will be the one which will take the priority to be transferred to subconscious brain is the one where we have utilized our five senses and we are storing the information. I'm meaning to say the birthday parties or the marriage events or the sad events or the anger, the feelings, everything. It will be the one which will be pulled to the subconscious brain. When we are storing something just by the auditory signs, just by listening, just by read and write, where there are no connections from one topic to another topic, where there is no flow of the data just like a movie, in that entire content, we are losing that information. I am very sorry to tell, this is a way that we are practicing, and this method is nothing but the rote method or by handing or memorizing, whatever we call. And now, my goal is to make the students to understand about the magnificent subconscious brain, its storage capacity, its uses, and how efficiently we can use this brain and how better we can move in our lives using this mega storage unit. For this, I request you to stay tuned for my further video and please go through all the videos which are there in the product. Be the master of your brain. Thank you.